Hello friends, my name is Masood. Today we shall discuss about topic the asynchronous versus the synchronous concepts. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in programming and functionality you want to learn about it. So let's start, friend. First of all, I will request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well, so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, whenever we are programming and integrating multiple processes with each other, there are mainly two concepts when we talk about integrating or communicating within two processes. One is the asynchronous process and the second is the synchronous. So first we shall talk about the asynchronous. Friend, asynchronous is a multi-threaded model and in which basically it is called as non-blocking architecture as well. Just see this diagram here, asynchronous. So just there are two processes, process A and process B. See, process A send a request to process B. After sending the request, the communication will continue, okay, and it will not wait for the response here, and after some time the response will receive from here, okay. So see, when the process A send a request to process B, it will not wait and the processing of other processing will continue, okay, and after some time it will receive the response from process B here. For example, in the next slide we shall see the another example here, but basically that is why the asynchronous model called as non-blocking. Non-blocking means that when we send a request to process B, it will not wait and the processing of other things will continue, and after some time we receive the response from process B and then we process it. So this is called as the concept of asynchronous. That is why it is called as non-blocking. The very simple example of asynchronous mode is basically texting. Whenever you, like for example, you are using WhatsApp message and you send a request to your friend. When you send a request to the friend, it will just send it to the receiver end, and the process will not wait that the receiver will respond back. It will just send it, okay. After some time, whenever the receiver or your friend get a time, he will respond back, okay. So that is called as the concept of asynchronous. That is the non-blocking model, in which the sender send a text message to the receiver. It will just receive it, it will just land it to the receiver, and the process will not wait that the receiver has to respond back. It will just send it to the receiver end, and then whenever the receiver get a time, he will respond back. So this is the example of asynchronous or non-blocking. Now another model is the synchronous. The synchronous model called as the blocking model as well. Blocking model means that the sender will send a response to the receiver and wait for the response, okay. Wait till he receive the response, then after receiving, so the next process will start. So that means basically it is a blocking model. Just see the diagram here again. Let me give you an example here. For example, just see this diagram, synchronous. In the synchronous, process A send a request to process B. It will wait here, okay. The process A will wait until it receive a response from process B, then it continue. So that is called as the synchronous mode or the blocking model as well. Now if you talk about example of synchronous programming or work model, is that think of a telephone conversation. When one person is speaking, the other person is listening. When the first person finish, the second person has to respond back immediately. So that is the synchronous mode. Here just remember, asynchronous is non-blocking, like and the synchronous is blocking. Just see the diagram here again. I'm sure that you will have a clear concept now. In the asynchronous, process A send a request to process B, and process A will not wait for the response from process B. Process B will respond back after some time, so it will receive the response. So that is why the asynchronous mode is the non-blocking model. If we talk about synchronous, in the synchronous mode, process A send a request to process B and wait for the response. and process B will respond back after some time. So that is why it is called as blocking model and asynchronous called as non-blocking model. The if we compare the asynchronous with the synchronous mode, asynchronous is multi-threaded and synchronous is single-threaded. Asynchronous is non-blocking and synchronous is blocking. Asynchronous increase the throughput because multiple operations can run at the same time. Synchronous is slower as it is a blocking model and wait for the response. Now the question here that when to use the asynchronous model. Friend, asynchronous programming or model should only be used in programming independent tasks where it plays a critical role. For instance, asynchronous programs are ideal for development projects with a large number of iterations because steps don't have to follow a fixed sequence. Asynchronous programming keeps development moving forward. Now, when to use the synchronous model. Synchronous programming could also be appropriate for a shopping app. For example, when checking out online, a user wants to buy all of their items together, not individually. Instead of completing an order every time the user adds something to their cart, synchronous programming ensures that the payment method and shipping destination for all items are selected at the same time. So friend, thank you, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video.